I love picking up Ohio State cards, and I love 101s. Today, we got the best of both worlds, as I'm going to show you guys the top 50 101s in my Ohio State personal collection.
Try to catch me howling at the moon.
That's not something you see every day, but only at trade night. Mr. Trevor Lawrence.
How we doing?
This is out of this world. Today is definitely the craziest day ever at a card show. A lot of time ahead and a lot of opportunity to make this place special every day. So.
All right, what's going on, YouTube? Card Collector 2 coming at you here with a brand new video. And today we're back for another PC video, but this time I'm going to show you guys the top 50 101s in my Ohio State PC. Now, this was actually much harder than I ever anticipated. I didn't even rank them. It was so tough to even get to 50. But this is something that if you guys have followed the channel for any amount of time, you will definitely know. Ohio State is definitely my favorite thing to collect. Donnie Nicky, Chase Young, JT Barrett, Braxton Miller. A lot of guys come to mind. But Ohio State, growing up in Columbus, being a Buckeye alum, there's so much I enjoy about collecting Ohio State. Again, at heart, I am a card collector. I happen to do it for a living, but I really enjoy this. This is a video I've been looking forward to for quite some time. So I'm excited to show you guys about, or just a little glimpse into some of this Ohio State collection I've been able to amass over the years, and something I really enjoy doing. So this is fun to share with you guys. This is why I create content, right, is to show you guys what building a PC can look like over multiple decades. A lot of this is certainly more recent. It really started to pick up in about 2016, right? You had the Zeke, Michael Thomas, Joey Bosa, Cardale Jones, Braxton Miller class. Like, that class was really big. But my, love for Ohio State starts many decades ago, back when Donnie Nicky was a rookie and I was just a little kid in school. So it's been a journey, but it's something I'm really proud to share with you guys, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So if you want to see more PC videos, drop a comment down below. What do you want to see? What can I show you about my collecting journey over the years? Make sure you hit the thumbs up, leave a like if you enjoy these kind of videos, and make sure you subscribe, because we've got some really cool card content coming very soon. So stay tuned for that. But I want to do a little honorable mention here. I've got a couple things to show. We'll start off first. Shout out to my guy Caleb for the 101 Brutus. This is just a custom card, but very cool. It's one of the coolest Brutus cards I have, but little Brutus 101 there. So that's an honorable mention. Another one, actually a long time ago when I first opened, got a Woody Hayes signed like program from like a high school dinner he had gone to, and it was signed Yay Ohio, how Woody signs a lot of his stuff. But I turned it into a custom card. Somebody actually made this for me. It looks incredible. It looks like a nice NT football cut card. Obviously got the 101 on there, but it's, again, a custom card. But looks incredible. Looks really real. Love it. Very important person in Ohio State football history. So got to have that in there. And then this was actually a gift. But Dwayne Haskins, 101. One of the more underappreciated Ohio State quarterbacks. Was only there for 1 year. Beat Michigan, came in and had an amazing throw against Michigan the year before. Just an incredibly important person for the Ohio State football program. Obviously, tragically gone too soon. But what he did at Ohio State, really that run of quarterbacks, that was right when Ryan Day was getting there. It goes Haskins, Fields, Stroud, 3 first-round draft picks in a row. And again, tragically gone too soon. But one of those guys, when we look back, Fields and Stroud get a lot of the love. Haskins was only there 1 year, but really one of those guys that I remember collecting really hard when he came out. So pretty cool to have this. So got to give some love to Dwayne. I think there's a couple in here, but that was a recent acquisition. So again, no particular order. Didn't want to do that. It would just be nearly impossible to do. So many cards I could say this is my favorite. This is my favorite. Depends on the day of the week. But just getting in here, starting with these. JT Barrett, right? One of the, again, going back to that underappreciated Buckeye list, JT kind of, towards the end, was kind of fizzling out. You had the Cardale Jones, JT Barrett, who should be starting. Urban didn't even know. They split time. It was just very odd. But But winningest quarterback in Big Ten history, set so many records, never lost against the team up north. That matters in Columbus. So to be able to have these flawless collegiate 101 black patch autos, really, really cool. Got the Nike, got the Bull patch. So a couple of those, you'll see plenty of JT in this. But speaking of Cardale Jones, there you go. How about a 1-of-1 NT Collegiate Platinum RPA? National Championship winning quarterback, 3-game stretch, 59-0 against Wisconsin. They beat up Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. Always love beating Alabama. And then won a national title against Oregon. 3 straight Heisman Trophy candidates, Melvin Gordon, Amari Cooper, Marcus Mariota. Mariota ended up winning. But an incredible 3-game stretch for Cardale Jones. So gotta have national championship winning quarterbacks. Speaking of Buckeyes, I don't know if many people know this, Jack Nicklaus, a Buckeye alum, 1-of-1 tag button, greatest 1A, 1B on the all-time golfer list. Basically him and Tiger, but really, really cool game or match-worn patch there, Jack Nicklaus. Again, more Dwayne Haskins, 1-of-1 a laundry tag. Again, 2019 NT Collegiate rookie tag. Chase Young, the Predator. One of my all-time favorite Buckeyes. Definitely top 5 for me for sure. There was not many people I've ever seen at Ohio State that could take over a game like Chase Young could. I was at the game against Michigan with Kentucky basketball cards. Or it wasn't against Michigan. It was against Wisconsin in the rain. The last year he was there. It was like his highlight of the year. It was crazy. I've not seen a lot like it. He was special. Chris Olave, 101. The other one should be in here. It's in here somewhere. I have both of them. I was able to pick up the other one recently, but 101 Bowman First Super Chris Olave. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 101 Illusions. Big Ten patch auto there from this year's Chronicles draft. Garrett Wilson, you guys know there's probably a good amount of Garrett in here, and I left a lot out. But special. I tweeted about it early that Garrett Wilson was going to be a star. He's going to be a star. Tried to tell people from the very beginning. This guy is as good as advertised, and I'm hoping he has a long, successful NFL career. This is actually cool because this was pulled in one of our boxes with Buckeyes videos. So we had one of the current Buckeyes. I think it was Lathan Ransom. I think Lathan was the guy that we were ripping the box with. And hit a 101 Jackson. So to be able to pull that from that memory and to be a guy that I really enjoyed, thought that was cool. Bowman Chrome First Super Auto. This actually came in the shop. Shout out to my guy Mike for the help on this one. But Jackson, 1-of-1 Bowman Chrome Super. Yeah. His last year didn't really go as planned. He got hurt against Notre Dame, played a little bit against Iowa, but re-aggravated his hamstring. If you guys watch the Rose Bowl, this next card will be about the Rose Bowl. Special. Crazy numbers. 300 plus yards. He set a lot of records in general for bowl games and the Rose Bowl. But I do think he'll be a special NFL wide receiver. This would probably be near the top 5 of the list, honestly. The Jackson Stroud 1-of-1 from Onyx. Hand-numbered, hand-inscribed dual auto of JSN and Stroud from that game. That was memorable game against Utah. Rose Bowl, 573 yards, 6 touchdowns. Jackson had 15 for 343 and 3 touchdowns. Crazy game. Probably one of the bigger cards for sure. The Garrett Wilson Prism Finite Black 1-of-1. Again, I believe in Garrett. I think he'll be really good. So got the Black Finite 1-of-1 auto. Brian Hartline Topps Chrome Superfractor. A guy I've had the pleasure of golfing with a few times. Just a good guy, fun guy to be around. Obviously recruiting a ton of talent at Ohio State. Likeable guy. Buckeye great. Played in the NFL for 7 seasons, I believe. Really cool and excited to have one of his best cards. Especially the old school Topps Chrome Supers. Of course, 14 years old, but still love it. Antonio Pittman, I believe, is a Columbus firefighter now. I was on some big Ohio State teams back in the day. Press Pass 2007, I've talked about it before in many videos, but 06, 07, I was getting into it. I started with Press Pass. I used to love Press Pass back in the day. I still enjoy it. But a card like this, again, this goes back to like the nostalgia for me. Something I would have chased as a kid. So to be able to have something like this now is just peak collecting for me, right? This is about the journey of going 17 years since I started really getting into cards full time, like all the time. So to be able to get something I would have idolized as a kid now, to me, that's what makes it really fun. Then how about this? Chris Olave, Trey Sermon, Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson. Still disappointing this team didn't win a national championship. There's a couple of those Ohio State teams right there with Fields that were really, really good. That Okudah, Chase Young, J.K. Dobbins, Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. That team was special. That crazy call against Clemson still haunts me to this day. Not sure how that wasn't a fumble, but yeah. And then to lose to Bama, so it stinks, but really cool card of a special time for the Buckeyes. There's the other Chris Olave I talked about, the 101 Bowman Super. There was two. There was a variation and a first each year, or a base and a first. I'm not sure how they described it, but I had them both. So kind of a cool pairing there. Anytime you can get the full Ohio State logo, it's a good thing for a card. You got a 101 NT patch auto of Chris Olave from Collegiate. Leaf makes some pretty cool cards. I always talk about it, but love some of the college patch autos Leaf makes. 101 Austin Mack, 101 Marcus Baugh with the full Ohio State logos. Definitely love getting the full OSU logo. And then again, more JT. Playoff patch, JT Barrett rookie silhouette. Just a jumbo patch of one of the best all-time Ohio State quarterbacks. Winningest quarterback in Big Ten history. Just, to me, that's my bread and butter in my PC. More on the JT train, little PlayStation Fiesta Bowl patch. Joey Bosa. This is actually pretty cool. This is 2016, so a rookie 1-of-1 patch auto. Joey Bosa. The Bosa brothers are special. There's a card in here of Bosa, Chase Young that I'll show you, but I'll talk about it then. But those three changed the defensive end position at Ohio State. Those three were special. Cardale Jones, 1-of-1 championship ticket. There's not very many of them in here. I don't have many of the big names. Cardale's probably the biggest. But I have guys like Sam Hubbard, 1-of-1 contenders draft, Billy Price, some of the lesser known names from that 2016 team. I have a lot of the 1-of-1s. To me, the contenders draft picks, Ice has always been my favorite set to collect as a Buckeye fan. I've talked about that many times. But the 1-of-1 is like the premium version of that. So never got Zeke, never got JT. JT's was always the one I wanted. But again, to have the 1-of-1 of the national championship winning quarterback, I'll take that for sure. This was actually a gift at the 2022 Chicago National. 2021 Chicago National? Honestly, I forget. This is a gift. I think it was Chicago in 2021. Somebody, I wish I knew his name. Collector gave this to me. Said it was better off in my PC. This is, I think, might be the only Justin Fields 1-of-1 I have in the PC. Don't love the color. Not a big blue guy, but very cool gift. 1 is his jersey number, so very, very special. And again, I think that's what makes it cool is the story behind the card is just as cool as the card itself, if not cooler, honestly. The reason why we collect them and what makes them special to us is what makes it fun. Again, Chase Young. I don't need to explain it. He's a top 5 Buckeye to me. All-time defensive end at Ohio State. I hope he can stay healthy because I think he's a star in the NFL. He's so good. But man, was special to watch for sure. Another top 5 all-time Buckeye for me for sure. Mike Doss. Came back at Ohio State for his senior season to win a national championship and did just that. All-American, national champion, he's everything. A 1-of-1 rookie. I've not seen hardly any of these over my time. It's a PSA 4, which it's got a little indent right there. Not ideal, but doesn't matter. It's better than not having it. So a 1-of-1 Mike Doss. Definitely appreciate that. A couple of the best Braxton rookies from his pro jerseys. I get the Prism Black Finite 1-of-1 and then the Optic Gold Vinyl 1-of-1. Got these early on. Glad I've got them, but Braxton was really the first. He's probably the biggest PC I have of any Buckeye. It's not a probably. It is by a mile the biggest PC I have of any Buckeye. I went hard on Braxton Miller when he was there. The spin move, the Penn State touchdown. There were a couple moments in Braxton's time at Ohio State. The first game I ever went to with my wife was Ohio State, Michigan, 2013. Braxton was the QB. Just special. So to have two of his better pro rookies is pretty cool. Ronnie Hickman was the first NIL guy I ever had in shop. Did boxes with Buckeyes with him. Plays for the Browns now. Made the roster. Had a couple picks in preseason. But it was the first NIL guy I ever had in shop. So 101 of him. Recently picked that up. It's kind of cool. Carpenter, again, I've talked about this before, but Schlegel, Carpenter, A.J. Hawk, that 2004, 2005 linebacker crew, A+. They were awesome. So to be able to have a NT game worn from first year NT of a Buckeye great, we'll take that. More JSN, Constellation of Greatness. That's a case hit in Bowman's Best. So to be able to have the super of it, it's kind of cool. The last Heisman Trophy winner, C.J. Stroud, had he would have beat Michigan, would have won it either year, but didn't beat Michigan, so didn't win it. Chase Young was a finalist once. A couple guys have come close, but Troy Smith was the last one. Hard to beat a patch like that. That's pretty cool. So Troy Smith 101 patch. Talked about it before, but Contenders Draft being one of my favorites. So I'm slipping in the case there. Contenders Draft 1 of 1. The black jerseys. I think this was Penn State that year. I'm almost positive. Penn State or Michigan State. I was at that game. But again, Chase is one of my favorites. Full Buckeye logo. Two greats. Cardale Jones, national championship winning quarterback. Braxton, one of my favorites. A dual 1 of 1 patch of two national champion QBs. It's pretty sick card. Need some more like those, man. Those are crazy. Sean Wade. If you guys have watched any of the Mail Day videos, you know that I've picked up quite a few Sean Wade's cards over the years. He's cheap. He's a Patriot and a Buckeye. That doesn't happen a lot for me. Andy Katz-Moyer is one that comes to mind. Zeke actually is there now. So a lot of reasons to like it. But as a lifelong Patriots fan and a Buckeye, when the two meet, it's kind of cool, and I enjoy buying that. So nice Sean Wade 1 of 1 patch auto. Denzel Ward. Picked this up early. Ended up becoming a star, right? Top 5 corner in the league. Min Gem, so it's got a 9, 395s, but Optic Gold Vinyl 101 rookie. So love that. And then I talked about this earlier, but these three, this tandem, this stretch, they didn't play a lot together. Bosa was hurt. These two weren't there together. Like, they didn't play a ton together. But Chase Young, Joey Bosa, and Nick Bosa, man, you look back over the last couple decades of some big-time plays in Ohio State defensive history, these guys have a lot of them. Like Chase Young against Wisconsin, the Joey Bosa against Penn State tackle in overtime on Christian Hackenberg where he pushed the running back into him. There's some moments, man. These guys were special. So really cool triple 1 of 1 of 3 of the best defensive ends I've ever seen play at Ohio State. Curtis Samuel, 101 flawless patch auto. This is the Big Ten logo. Curtis Samuel is special because the first Ohio State-Michigan overtime game was 2016? Yeah, was that what it was? 2016, 2017? Always forget. Went to overtime. It was like Michigan was loaded. That was the Jabril Peppers team. Curtis Samuel, overtime winner. Yeah. Memorable Ohio State play. So got to have some Curtis Samuel. Dude was fast. Brooklyn, New York kid. This guy. If you watch college football now, you know all about this guy. This guy's as good as advertised. 101 Marvin Harrison Jr. I believe he only has cards now from True Creator. He's got a couple different versions that have come out in time. This is the first one. This is one of his early autos. But 101, this guy's going to be special. I believe in Marv a lot, so big fan. Probably one of Brian Hartline's other best cards. First year Prism, black 101 auto. Probably his best non-rookie auto, I would imagine. First year Prism, black finite, 9.510. Not an expensive card, but again, being able to golf with him a couple times. He's so vital to Ohio State's success now with recruiting. So big fan of Hartline, big fan of Prism, black finite, 9.510. Love it. Malik Hooker, one of the guys that I was awesome at Ohio State for 1 year. Big moments. Touchdown against Michigan. There was a lot about Malik. Thought he was going to be amazing for the Colts. I think he's in Dallas now. I think he's actually pretty good. I think he made it to another contract. But one of those guys I was like, might be Troy Polamalu. Like, could be amazing. Hasn't quite turned into that, but I ended up getting a couple of his bigger cards early on. Prism Black Finite, Optic Gold Vinyl. I think there's one more. But Prism Black Finite, to me, reigns superior. So, pick this up in a lot. I forget when, but probably one of Dwayne Haskins' top 5, top 10 cards. National Treasures, the Midnight RPA, 101 NFL Shield. So, definitely prefer the Ohio State stuff for sure. There's not a lot of like pro stuff in here, but on a card like this, to have one of his best 5 or 10 cards, it's pretty cool. 810, 101, Dwayne Haskins. Gotta love that. JK, man. Wish he could stay healthy because he's really, really good. But hasn't gone that way so far. Another Achilles tear, it looks like. So, man, hopefully he comes back. But, man, just talk about unlucky. 101 Black Prism, Black Mosaic, J.K. Dobbins. That was the same time. It was, again, my number's 2. You guys know that. But J.K. Dobbins was 2. Chase Young was 2. Man, that was a heck of a combo there for the number 2. Johnny Dixon. A couple of Johnnies. You got a Prism Black 101 rookie auto and the Contenders 101 rookie auto. Johnny was probably one of the first big recruits in the Urban Meyer era. Really changed a lot of, put Ohio State on the map a lot when Meyer came post Luke Fickell, Jim Tressel era. Got Johnny Dixon, Baron Browning. There was a couple big names that he got. I'd reach out to Johnny a couple times on like Instagram when I was first getting on Instagram. This was like 2015, 2014. This is early, and I was always like, hey man, good luck, like you're awesome, like whatever, fanboy. And he always responded. So I always appreciated that. Just anytime an athlete is like really nice and like cares to respond, takes time to respond, to me is always is an A+ thing. So when he had cards, I was like, I gotta get some of his best stuff. So Prism Black and championship ticket from Contenders. More Bosa, again, just some of the best college autos of some of the best to play at Ohio State. Joey Bosa fits that description. Denzel Burke, amazing as a freshman. Not an ideal sophomore season. Playing well so far in his junior season. If he keeps playing like this, could be a first rounder. But looks really good so far. Denzel Burke, 101 Bowman Chrome Super. And then we'll end it with a couple Garretts. Wrapping it up here, got the Big Ten dual patch auto from Chronicles Draft Picks. Also from Chronicles Draft Picks. This is special. This is where I actually had a case shipped to us. I was on a family vacation in Boston. Was ripping in the hotel with family and friends with my wife. Hit this. Again, you guys know how I feel about Garrett Wilson. He's probably the guy I have the most one-of-ones of in the PC. Big Garrett Wilson fan. But to pull this on that trip, it just, again, the memory behind the card, already knowing, how I feel about Garrett Wilson, makes it special. So that will be number 50. I'm sure this will change. This would change tomorrow. This could change in a week. This could change in a month. But again, it's really fun to go through it and be like, man, these are some cool cards, but the memories I have with them where, you pull this up and remember what Johnny Dixon was like and remember what Chase Young or Joey Bosa was like or, J.K. Dobbins at Ohio State. So it's cool. It's cool to collect them, but the memories and, the nostalgia they bring back, I think that's what makes it fun. So let me know, guys. Did you enjoy it? Do you want to see more PC videos? Let us know. Always looking for feedback. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Shout out to those of you that made it this far. But that's all I got for now, guys. Peace.